Why did the straight A student suddenly start failing every test? I'd only been teaching at this new school for a month, but I already knew Katie was special. Straight A's, perfect attendance, always engaged. So when I saw the 47% on her latest test, I knew something was seriously wrong. "Katie, please stay after class," I said, as I placed it face down on her desk. She nodded without looking up. When the bell rang and the classroom emptied, Katie stayed in her seat, staring at her test. I closed the door and pulled up a chair right next to her, but not too close. I didn't want to suffocate her. "This isn't like you," I said gently. "You've been struggling for weeks. What's going on?" Her shoulders started to shake, and then the tears came. I handed her the tissue box and waited. After 15 years of teaching, I'd learned that silence sometimes opens doors that questions can't. "There was a party 3 weeks ago," she finally whispered, "at JT's house. His parents were out of town, and I didn't want to." She wrapped her arms around herself. I said no, multiple times, but he wouldn't stop. The words hung heavy between us. I'd never dealt with a situation like this before, but this poor girl obviously felt safe enough to talk to me about it. I had to try. "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Can you walk me through what happened?" I grabbed her hand. Sometimes our memories get fuzzy when we're upset, and I want to make sure we have the details right. She took a shaky breath and started from the beginning. The party, the drinks, going upstairs to get away from the noise, how he followed her, how she said no, clearly, multiple times. Her voice broke as she described trying to push him away. By the time she finished, I had to blink back tears. I squeezed her hand. "Have you told your parents?" She shook her head. "I can't. They'll call the police and everyone will know. There'll be questions and probably court." Her words came faster. "And I see him every day, 3 classes. He sits 2 rows behind me in calculus and I can feel him staring." I thought about what my friend's therapist had told her once about needing time to process things. "Maybe wait on telling your parents," I said softly. "Give yourself time to process first, so it's clearer in your mind. Let's make sure you're ready before we bring them in." I paused, trying to think. "Do you have anything that might help if you decide to tell someone?" She took a shaky breath, then pulled out her phone. He texted me after. She slid her phone over and I felt my chest tighten as I started reading. JT had written, "I'm sorry about last night. Let's talk after school Monday and work this out." The next part made my stomach drop. "If you make this into something it's not, you know how people will see you." "There's more," she said, scrolling up. "He wrote, 'I should have stopped when you said no.' But then he says if I don't meet him Monday, he'll tell everyone I came on to him." This was worse than I thought. I needed to figure out how to help her. "What classes do you share with him?" "Calculus, English 4, and PE. I'll talk to administration Monday. We'll see about changing your schedule. I can't promise anything, but I'll try." Hope flickered across her face. "You'd really do that?" "Of course." I paused. "Listen, in the meantime, it's probably best that you don't read these messages over and over." I tried to sound reassuring. "Sometimes it's better to let go." She hesitated, looking at her phone for a long moment, then put it away. "You know what? You're right. I've been obsessing over these messages." I smiled. Maybe I was actually pretty good at this. "But what about Monday?" she asked quietly. "He said if I don't meet him, he'll tell everyone I came on to him." I paused, trying to figure out the right thing to say. "Maybe you should hear his side. Communication could clear this up." Her face fell, confusion crossing her features. "You think I should talk to him? If he's willing to apologize and explain, it might give you closure, and it could prevent things from getting messier." She nodded slowly, uncertainty written across her face. Then she glanced at the clock and started gathering her things. "I should go. I'm going to be late for my next class." "Hey, wait." I stood up. "If you ever need to talk, my classroom is always open after school. We can work through this together." She started crying again, softer. "Thank you. You're the only teacher who feels safe." I walked her to the door. "Has he tried contacting you since?" "He acts like nothing happened. Says hi in the hallway like we're friends." I nodded slowly. "Try to stay calm around him. Don't give him reason to think you're going to make this public. Keep things normal on the surface." She smiled and walked out of the classroom. I watched her disappear down the hallway. Then I sat back at my desk and pulled out my phone, scrolling to JT's name. "She has your texts, including the one where you admitted she said no." I kept typing. "I'll make sure they never see the light of day." The 3 dots appeared and disappeared as JT typed. And finally, "Thanks, Mom. I knew you'd handle it." Of course I would. That's what mothers do.